Welcome back to our list of the top SEC players in 2009, top 25 we've given you, and we're running down the list. Robbie, we're already at number 15, and
Moving right along.
We go to a familiar face, Eric Norwood from South Carolina. Seems like he's been in the league for about 8 years, but
making plays all over the place.
Making plays, and we saw him do it, of course, last year. 2 years ago, he had the huge game against Vanderbilt, but he's a guy that could play down or could play middle linebacker. He's just a big physical. You don't want to run into this guy.
These kind of guys epitomize the SEC. He is such a big guy, but he's so athletic. You think he's a defensive end, but he makes plays and runs like a linebacker. And you see guys like this around the SEC. It's amazing. And he's just a guy that makes plays. He's very disruptive. And
speaking of which, number 14, Rennie Curran from Georgia, who I think is a really great player. I love watching him play. He can really run around and hit. He's one of those Scott Brantley types. He hits you with everything he
does.
has.
And he's another guy that coming out of high school, he wasn't real big, isn't tall enough to play linebacker in the SEC, but man, the kid makes plays all over the place. He's a dynamite player.
Number 13 is another linebacker. We're on a linebacker run here. Rolando McClain from Alabama, really big-time guy, and they're going to need him to play well this year. That offense is going to be shaky, so they're going to have to be carried defensively.
And this is a kid. This is a special kid. He started as a true freshman the first game his freshman season, which is only a few have done that in Alabama history. And they're already talking about he's going to come out early and he's going to be a first-round pick. That's an early projection of this kid. So he's a really talented guy that can move, and he's another one of those big linebackers that can run in this league.
Maybe we have him too low. He's going to be a first-round pick. Number 12.
Everybody above him probably would be a first-round pick too.
Yes, I think so. Number 12, we've got Trevard Lindley from Kentucky, a real lockdown cornerback. Not a lot of them in this league, but he is one, and the scouts are drooling over him. I know he made in Phil Steele's magazine. He was first team All-SEC. Really good player on a defense that's going to have to play well this year. Yeah,
just a great player, Pat. Real great cover skills and makes plays.
Very aggressive as well, Does a good job. Speaking of cornerbacks, we got at number 11, and I lobbied for him to be high, Mr. Joe Hayden, University of Florida. You think about it, Robbie. When he came to Florida, he was a quarterback in high school, but they even started him at quarterback here.
Yeah.
And he looked to his left, he saw Tebow. He looked to his right, he saw Cam Newton. He went, nah, I don't think so.
Let's go somewhere else and play.
Put him at wide receiver, and then Chuck Heater brought him into his office one day and said, if you come over to my side of the ball, play cornerback, you're starting the first game. And he went, ding, ding.
Yeah,
I like that.
It just shows you what a phenomenal athlete this kid is. I mean, his first year he struggled. Then last year he just became one of the best cornerbacks in the league. And this spring he was the best defensive player on that field almost every day.
Nobody could get open against him. And we always remember the 88-yard return against Georgia was one of the. I know my wife didn't go to that game, and she texted me after that. Goes, this is why I wanted to go to the game for that moment. But Joe, as a freshman, struggled, as you said. As a sophomore, was a lot better, improved drastically. And
over the course of the year, he got much better over the course of the year.
And, of course, the pickoff against Alabama to clinch that. So he had a lot of big plays and a lot of big hits. He's as physical a cornerback as there is in this league.
And he's a good guy. He's a guy you kind of pull for because he's such a good guy.
Good quote. I like that. He claims to have 2.5% body fat.
I don't think he's got that much. If you look at
that much in my finger here. So, but that's number 11. So that's 11 through 15 on our list of the top 25 SEC players for 2009. Robbie, Andreu, and Pat Dooley. Next time we come back to you, we're into the top 10. Woohoo!
All right.